Hello, welcome to my craft room. My name is Deanna Gonzalez, and I thought since I've had, some questions about my craft room and some interest in seeing what it looks like, I thought maybe I should actually do, a quick little tour of my craft room and show you also sort of the way I organize some things. I'm always looking for new ideas, and it's sort of like a, revolving, changing, constantly finding new ideas, new ways to organize. So, what you'll see now is over many, many years of changing my mind on how to do stuff, and who knows, how it'll be in a few more years. But for now, I thought I would give you a small tour of my little craft room. So on the countertop, obviously I have the Stampin' Up! Ink pad holders and, the little refills. And then the Stampin' Up! Thingamabobbies for like all the little brads and things like that. Then I have my little, the card swatchy thingies that I made that I did a video for. And then this I actually got, the Close to My Heart has great little storage things. So they do have a good thing for doing your markers, and so I just put the Stampin' Up! Markers in that. And then obviously my scoreboard, and then I have the color coach here, as well as some of my punches here, the Stampin' Up! Punches, and then another caddy here. The rest of this region I will show you in a minute. So if you look to my, let me see, your left in a video, it would be my right when I'm doing videos. This will be this section. So I have a cute little card holder racky thing for more cards. This holds papers, some of my Martha Stewart punches. The side has little shelves where I have my Cricut cartridges, or Cricut cartridges. I always call it Cricut because for some reason that's how I thought it was said, and then I never get it right. But anyway, I'll show you the cart better. I have another one over there. Here I have all the stamps that are current right now for Stampin' Up! And then this I obviously need to work on organizing and making it look prettier, but then all down here, these are the expired Stampin' Up! Stamps. Now over here we have, I just printed up some digital papers from a digital paper set, so they all go really well together. And then I did the numbering here, and this matches. These are my Close to My Heart stamps, as well as some random clings. And then I have the little books that I did a tutorial on with my CD cases. You'll see in a second. Well, once I ran out of space, counter space for my CD cases, I did DVD cases. So I have the corresponding numbers with that, so that works really well. Then I have, Close to My Heart has these great little containers for their stamps. Well, they work really well for all of the big shot dies. So I just stick them in there. And these are all like the edges and random cute shapes, and then all the nesting ones I have in this one. And that makes it really easy for me to grab. And then here I have the embossing folders, and right now I put some envelopes here, but I have the embossing folders, and then all the little pokey, stabby, templatey thingies, I just stick in one of their stamp things, because obviously I keep their stamps in the DVD cases or CD cases, so I don't really need their envelopes for the stamps. I use it for other kinds of organization. So that's how I have that. And then I have my my Stampin' Up! Big Shot is on this shelf here. And then at the bottom I have wood Stampin' Up! Stamps that I need to get some of the wood cases for. So I'll be doing that soon. Alright, here we have my Bath & Body Works candle holders that I burnt down and cleaned out so that I could have my stickly bobs and, pinny things that I love to poke in and decorate. And then more Stampin' Up! Punches, Martha Stewart punches. This whole thing, my poor husband had to help me build. I had seen something in a catalog that was really awesome with create a counter and some little cubbies, and I was like, hey, I bet we could make something even better. So I showed Carlos. I was like, listen, do you think we could make something like this for cheaper and, better and sturdier? And he was just like, oh sure, you know, and went into his little 3D program and made this whole thing. There's more to it. There's a sitting side as well, but as my craft room has changed so much, that's actually at a different part of the room. So here I went on my computer and went into Photoshop and did some fancy dancy, you know, stuff here. This is just paper and some clip arts. And then this I'm going to eventually take and stamp some of the other clear stamps that are in here and stamp it here so I have an idea. But I did label all of them. These plastic cases, whoops, there goes one of my stamps. These plastic cases I got at a store online. I'll try to find out where it is so I can give you a link. And then I got just these little like clear things. I found that the reason I don't do like close to my heart or the Stampin' Up! Stamps is because they're so sticky that these get stuck together and then I can't really use it as well. But the stamps that I got that are clear at Michael's and Joann's Fabrics and stuff, they fit and they're just fine. This is how I first started and then started going elsewhere. Then I have my little cutter shoved in here. And these are my spellbinders. I'm not done organizing, obviously. There's no label here, so I have to open all of them or memorize where they all are. But I just used black cardstock and the magnetic things and slapped them there so that I could get my spellbinders easily. I had tried putting the magnet on here, but they kept peeling off and falling off with the plastic here. So that didn't really work for me. I saw someone did that and somehow it worked for them, but just didn't want to work for me. These are some Sizzix dies, and again, I need to put something in the little label, but I haven't done that yet. Let me scoot over to this side. We've got some more punches. This little shelf used to carry like other like little stickly bobs and stuff, but I needed more space for my punches, and this originally was actually to hold jewelry, but obviously again I needed more room for punches, so that was rather vital. Here we have my little cubby holes that I just found some cute plastic containers, so you pull it out, you've got all these little envelopes that I got, and just organize the envelopes by colors and sizes. And then here's some different designer series papers that I organized again using close to my heart big envelope, these clear plastic envelopey things, and this one's my close to my heart packet. So yeah, I have all those in there for extra paper overflow. And now of course I can't get it in. There we go. And then I have another ginormous card rack, which you see in my videos all the time. So yeah, that's this little corner. In this little corner, I have another one of these little carts, and I just got this on eBay. So it holds my cartridges here, my Cricut cartridges here, and then I've got some more punches here, and then there's punches on the other side, and on the other side there's more cartridges. And then here's where some of my close to my heart CD holders begin. Okay, so here's another corner where I've got my little countertop here, and if you're wondering what these poles are, they're actually something where you can use it for hanging up clothes in the middle of a big like living room kind of a thing if you needed to. And I need it for a video so that you can get the zoom in on my hands when I'm making stuff. I know it's not exactly perfect. I'm still trying to figure things out, how to mount things, but so this is actually what my top camera is mounted onto. Over here we've got, you know, some more of the plastic, the CD cases with my stamps. I've got my Big Shot, the electric one. Years ago, you know, I think it was years at this point because it doesn't seem to be on the market anymore. I got this one, it's got the button. So you just press that instead of having to crank all the time. My arm started getting hurt and everything from doing a bit too much cranking. This is my special uber awesome cutter that I love so much. And then over here I've got the close to my heart cutting mat. If you put it on the other side, it's got a foamy, a stiff foam that makes it so when you press your stamp, it touches onto the whole paper so that you don't have to worry about missing parts being touched. And here's my close to my heart, their little spinny guy thing with the inks and their markers and everything. So that's that. In here I've got I've got my longer Sizzix dies that I don't have a place for, as well as the movers and shapers. And then in here I've got some space for more plastic containers, my sticker machines, and my sewing machine and everything. This, obviously, I talk about beading all the time, and I had to find a solution for all those little beads and making it so that I could grab them easy and then put them back. So what I did is went to Lowe's, and this is actually where I got my countertop, and this, it was a lot cheaper if you would build it yourself. So there went Carlos again. I was like, hey, can we just build this so that I could afford to get these? And he was very, very sweet and willing to do that for me. So I just went to Lowe's, and I went to where all the guys' tool things are. And then I got these little plastic cases to hold the beads, and they just fit really nicely here, so I can see what colors I have. Just take the little containers of what I needed. Now if you want to, you could use these also for brads, buttons, organizing things like that. At the time, I wasn't doing card making, scrapbooking, really, I was just beading. So I had already gotten this organized for myself for all the beads. And then I made little dividers here because it didn't come with the dividers, so I just did the cardboard on boxes to divide all my bigger beads. So that's that pretty much for this corner. Okay, so this is my cart. I can't get the camera easily on the other side, but if you take like this on the other side, you can pull it out, and there's 3 shelves for putting technically spices. This is a kitchen cart, but I made it into a craft cart. And I got it on newegg.com because at the time, at least, this was the cheapest kitchen cart that was nice, you know, and cheaper that I could find. So this does have a pull thing. And then, I'm not sure if you can see on this side, but it's pretty much the same on both sides here. And I have some more of the close to my heart little cubby thing, little containers. What I've done is I do a lot of die cutting, and I will take, you know, a bunch of the different Stampin' Up! Cardstocks and then cut them out and put them in by shape. So here I've got a bunch of cute little flowers, and sometimes I've done like full, like, you know, blushing bride, and they're all in one pouch, you know, but then, you know, as I do more and more things, it doesn't get quite, you know, it's not quite as organized. So this holds a bunch of those. Close to my heart also has these flat guys. So they just got these new dauber inserts, and they are just so amazing. So I labeled all of you know, the subtles, the regals, bolds, brights, you know, the in colors right here. I've got them all organized and labeled, and this, as you can see, holds all of those plus some. If you have, you know, some random daubers, you can put those in there. So I have that, and then they have these little square holders for the little ink pads, and so I have that as well. And then they have these other inserts that you can get, where there's these cute little plastic containers, and you get these little inserts that you put into your little plastic guy, and then they fit in nice and snug so that you can have it, and you can put all your little divider things in there. So I always think that's really cute. So I have those all organized, and then I have a much larger guy right here, at the very bottom, and this has different dividers. It's not as beautifully organized as it should be, but you know, I can put, you know, random different things. I've got refills, ink refills, different things I'm working on, different brads and everything that haven't been organized quite yet. So that's all in there, and there's much prettier ways you can organize things with that too, but I haven't quite done that. And then another thing these are good for, if you buy any of those larger stamps that are good for backgrounds, they fit in here really, really well. And even this big plastic round or roller stamp holdy guy thing goes in there really nicely. Then up here, now usually I'm doing this from the other side, But this is a spice rack insert into the drawer, but it holds my plastic blocks beautifully, doesn't it? So I can just randomly open, grab them, put them back. It's great. And then over here, this was for silverware, a silverware insert. So I'm able to put all my little Nicky Bobs and stuff. And then there's another layer for more things. And all these dividers, if you can see, these dividers can come out. So don't want to take them out right now and have everything roll around funny, but yeah, so that's my kitchen cart. So here's the final stop at our craft room tour. And this is the wonderful Scrapbox that my husband got for me. It has these Velcro little things, so if you want to put your markers or whatever, the Stampin' Up! Markers don't quite fit in here, but other little markers and pens can, and then you can just take it to your little working place and use that. I have all of the Stampin' Up! Cardstocks by, I think these are the subtles, and these are the brights, and then here I've got, the regals, and then the neutrals are down at the bottom. This comes out and is a little table so that, if you needed this for your workplace, this is a really great thing to get. It has these little drawers where I have some more of my random stamps. And these are all the retired cardstocks. Here's my Eclipse machine. I have, this is how I used to always organize all of my embossing folders. I'm starting to do the other. But as you can see, I have a lot. These are definitely not all Stampin' Up! Embossing folders, but yeah, I definitely collect those, love those. Here's a bunch of just cards, papers that I printed from my computer, some more markers and everything. So if you have a very limited space, and you're only able to get one piece of furniture, something like this might be good because you can, label and store all your random crafting things. It has a little table, there's more storage under here. I mean, there's just so much you can do with it. I hope that you enjoyed seeing what my whole craft room looks like. This is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at you guys. This is the background, so to give you an idea of our little spinning tour. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my little tour and come back and craft with me some more with some of my other videos. Thank you. Goodbye.